All right, welcome everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Sounds like you're interested in learning some shoulder stuff. Again, my name is Erica Tran. I'm a physical therapist, and I've had experienced shoulder pain and shoulder dislocation and shoulder instability, all of the gamut. And so during my journey, I've learned to do some exercises to help with my shoulder feel stable again. So I'm excited to share some of these with you. I pulled four of my phase one exercises from the Stable Shoulders program that I'm going to show you for free here, and we're going to do it together. So, for the first one, we're going to be doing dead bugs with breathing. And when I learned how to stabilize my shoulder again, I didn't realize the importance of coordinating my core along with my breath as I'm doing stuff with my shoulders. So, we're gonna just do this together more for awareness, not really just for repping it out. Everything in this phase one, again, is just building a foundation. So, what you're gonna do is you're gonna lie on the ground. I'm gonna first show you in this direction, then I'll shift over a little bit. So, what I'm doing is I'm gonna put my legs up and I'm gonna think about putting my back into the ground. And so, as I am doing that, I'm thinking about pelvic tilting. That's gonna be basically like pulling your tailbone up towards the sky. And again, if I'm showing you from this angle, it's gonna look like this. So, I'm gonna think about not putting any space underneath my back, and I could do that by trying to put my hand underneath. As I'm lifting both of my legs, this is what we call a dead bug position. If this is just too much, not a problem. We'll just start with the legs on the ground, and you can still do the same movements such as that. But I'm gonna just go ahead and show you that full movement. And when I'm right here, I'm gonna think about keeping my back in the ground here. And then I'm gonna breathe. So we call it diaphragmatic breathing, which is basically from the belly. As I am holding it here, I'm gonna inhale, belly's rising. Exhale, belly is falling down towards the ground. So inhale. Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna lower one leg and your opposite arm. As you're doing that, you're gonna exhale, inhale, reverse. Okay, and then you're gonna alternate. So the full thing's gonna look like this. Awesome. So that is the dead bug with diaphragmatic breathing. There's again a lot of different variations, which I'll do a separate video if you are having trouble engaging your core or your back. So, what you're gonna do is you're gonna do two sets of 6 to 8 just to get you started on each side. Next, we're gonna go over banded pull aparts. So there's two different kind of bands. We have the traditional bands that they usually give you in physical therapy, or you could get some of these like thicker bands, but they come in different thicknesses or lengths. So this one's really skinny. It's about like the length of my fingertip. But you want something that's really light where again, we're just setting the foundation just to get your shoulders activated. So for the banded pull aparts, we're gonna do two sets of 12 to 15. So you could do this seated or standing. I'm just gonna go ahead and stay seated since I'm already here. What you're gonna do is you're going to grab the band underhand and we're gonna point our thumbs in the direction that we wanna go. What you're going to think about is shoulder blades squeezing back. So as I'm squeezing back, I'm thinking about my bra line. So it's going to look just like this. And notice how it's not this. We're trying to make some space between your ears and your shoulders. So I'm thinking about down at the bra line, in together, the shoulder blades are kissing and staying down a little bit. I'm going to first show you from this angle. So I'm going to keep my shoulder blades squeezed and then pull the band apart. I'm going to try to my best to keep it squeezed pull the band. And then I'm gonna, oop, my mic came off. I'm gonna keep it squeezed and again, apart. So from the front, this is what it's gonna look like. I have the band here, squeezed, and then I'm gonna pull apart. And my goal is trying to get this band to touch my chest, and it's gonna stay squeezed as I am pulling out. We're gonna do that for 12 to 15. I just want you to feel like a nice muscle burn where you feel the back of your shoulders working. If you feel like you're feeling muscles activating or some sort of pain in the front, I'd suggest going something lighter in band and or just do it without the band so you can practice that motion. Again, there's going to be different variations. If moving your arms too much, we can just first work on squeezing those shoulder blades. On the next one, we're going to do something called prone Ys. So like the letter Y, this is just to give you a visual of what the letter looks like. We're going to do the first variation where we're going to do it with hands behind the back. So this is actually another great one where we could just do it where we're thinking about elbows back. And the Y is going to be here where my body's down the stem and then the other side here. So that's the prone Y. The prone means you're going to be on your stomach, but first, again, this is going to be the easier version. If you just want to stay here, squeeze your shoulder blades. I'm thinking about, again, down at the bra line, not trying to shrug my shoulder up, elbows back, and not trying to flare my ribs out. So the prone Ys are going to look like this. On my program, I suggested 2 sets of 8 to 10. So we're going to be here, and I'm resting my head, thinking about squeezing my shoulder blades and then lifting my elbows up. So that's 1, 2, 3. And as I'm going here, I'm feeling those shoulder blade muscles right around where my bra line is working nice and hard. I'm also feeling my back of my shoulders working nice and hard right back here. So that's where some of your rotator cuff muscles are going to be located. So you'll be doing 2 sets of 8 to 10 on those. The last exercise on this free guide here for you is going to be a standing external rotation with the band. Again, we're going to use one of these bands. It needs to be a nice, light, and easy band. What you're going to do is we're going to hold that band in the direction we want to move again. Elbow is going to stay tucked. And then what we're going to do is we're going to try to pull that band apart as your elbows are staying tucked. Now, I'm going to just go nice and easy and I'm going to hold it so I can find my shoulder blades. Again, we're thinking about squeezing the shoulder blades and making sure that we can feel it in the back. So this is the back view. I'm going to pin my elbows and then I'm going to squeeze those shoulder blades and then pull apart, hold 1, Mississippi, and then relax. Then we're going to do that again, pull apart and relax, pull apart and relax. So again, you're just gonna go enough where you can feel that shoulder blade. That band is not gonna touch your chest. So unless you're really, really hypermobile, just control it in the ranges where you can still feel the muscle. Same thing applies if you feel it in the front of the shoulder, it might be just too much resistance. So I hope that helps. This last one I didn't say is gonna be 2 sets of 10 to 12. Again, this is going to be my free shoulder exercise so you can get started on a strong shoulder. I do have a full exercise program that is 6 weeks long with more comprehensive videos and exercises. So if you are interested, I'm going to put that in the link below. But thanks again for joining me. I'm Erica Tran at Strong Shift, and I hope to see you again. Bye.